Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be doing my speech 2. My speech 2 is actually over something that I started doing over the semester, and it's something I recommend everyone do. And it's actually over starting cooking, and it's a very easy recipe that doesn't actually take that many steps. So the only items you actually need are, as can be seen below, a tablespoon of butter, a little bit of garlic, vodka sauce, a little block of Parmesan cheese, and a cheese grater. It's a very simple recipe, and it's what I've been doing a lot during the semester. So, first step, obviously, is going to be to make the pasta. Pasta doesn't actually take that much time. In fact, as of this moment, I've had this pot of boiling pasta that's been going for 8 minutes. I started at 8:39, it is now 8:47. That's the first step. You're just going to take a little cup, and you're just gonna grab a little bit of pasta water, You really don't need much, just a little bit. Now, what is this pasta we're making? The pasta we're making is called vodka pasta. It's a very simple take on a spaghetti style pasta, which uses a marinara based sauce, which is a tomato paste based sauce, with the added addition of cream, garlic, butter, to essentially take it from a very chunky sort of sauce to a very smooth, creamy, rich sauce, which has a little bit of sweetness added in to counteract the tomato's tanginess. So the first thing you want to do is, after letting your pasta boil, right, you want to turn it off, and you just want to simply drain your pasta. You're going to grab a little bit of pasta water, just grab something and just drain it. Right, as simple as that. Just drain it. Now, in another pan, this is where we're going to be doing the rest of our cooking. Just put it on low, as you can see, and just let it heat up for about 2 to 3 minutes. Now, for my purposes, I'm going to put it on full blast, but that's because I need to get this video done in one take without editing. But this pasta is actually really simple, and its origins stem from not too long ago. So, I found this recipe on a cookbook in 2015 and 2016 called Series Eats American's Test Kitchen. Okay, it's a very simple recipe which involves only about 4 to 5 components, even if you don't have a store-bought sauce. Now, I have the advantage of getting a store-bought sauce, but even if you don't, you only need a little bit of tomato paste, some heavy cream, and a little bit of garlic. A little bit of garlic and Italian spices. For my purposes, I just wanted a little bit of parsley, helps add the flavor together. Now, once your pan heats up, and you can tell it's heated up when you can just take a splash of water, right? You can just take a splash of water and just put it on the pan. And when it starts essentially dancing around, that's how you know your pan has heated up to the point where it's ready to go. This is not yet ready, but as you can see, it's starting to make popping noises. That tells you that it's starting to heat up and it's almost ready. When your pan heats up, it's just going to be a simple assembly line where you're going to go from left to right, and we're going to dump everything. First goes in the butter, then the garlic, then the sauce, then the cheese, and then finally our pasta. So let me show you. Okay? So now that our water started to boil, you can just drop in your butter and just let it simmer in there. As you can see, it's going to start melting. Right? It's going to start melting. As soon as it starts melting, you want to keep it sort of in the center of the pan. Right? You want to keep it in the center of the pan and just drop in your garlic once you see it starts melting. And just swirl it around with the butter. This is going to give you that butter garlic, super creamy, smooth, that nice flavor that you get in restaurants, and that super nice smell that you get in a lot of meat dishes and others. You're just going to swirl it around for about 30 seconds. Super simple, super nice, and super fast. Once you notice that some of the edges start to get a little bit, they turn from that white to that manila color and eventually brown. You want to be pretty fast about this. You just want to take your sauce, as is, and you just want to put a little bit of it in, right? You just want to put a little bit of your sauce in and start stirring. Reduce the flame to low so you don't burn yourself, as I'm currently burning myself now. Once you notice that you're clumping, you start to lose your clumps and the sauce starts to, sort of smooth out and thin out, the next step is to simply just add in your pasta and enjoy. Stir in your pasta and just let it simmer a little bit. Doesn't even have to be perfect. It just has to be simple and it has to be fast. Right? Now, one of the reasons why I wanted to do this pasta is I noticed that when I'm on campus, I spend a lot of time making a mess, or not even making a mess, but I spend a lot of time ordering out, and it's not very healthy for you, and it's not very healthy for your wallet either. If you notice, a lot of times, most of those meals end up costing $15, $20 for a small meal to a medium meal. And you don't actually get that much food for the day. You only get around one, maybe sometimes it's very conservative, around 2 meals. The reason this is really nice is this is a meal that takes, ease off, 10 minutes, 7 minutes to make. It's very simple to make. It's pretty fast. Not to mention, it tastes really good. Now, obviously my recipe is the store brand bought sauce, but there are plenty of other recipes you can find. I just wanted to introduce you to it. Thank you and have a nice day.